Hey guys, Big Rich from Ohio Fish Rescue here. Today, we're going to get rid of all this blackbeard algae. Look at that, it's just taken over. Look at it, it's killing plants now. It's everywhere. It's on everything, even the stem coming in from the filter. I mean, this is just terrible. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take all these fish out, and we're going to rescape this tank with all these live plants. So stick with us. Okay, we're back. Now, what we're going to do is take all these fish out. We have this new AQUARIUM tank. We're going to go ahead and put some of this water from here into here and then try and catch as many fish as we can. As we go through cleaning this tank, we will catch more fish, of course. But what we're going to do is take this log out. You can't tell that that's a log. That's the main cause of it. And then we're going to cut off all the leaves that have any of this blackbeard algae on it from the plants. We're going to try not to uproot these. We're just going to cut off the plants. So it'll thin it down a lot. But, you know, there's a bunch growing out of the rocks back here, if you can see, right through here. So we got to really clean all this. And I don't really see a way of doing it without a complete, total revamping and, you know, a revamping and rebuild of the entire system, which means taking every plant uprooted. And I didn't really want to do that because they're growing so well, but we may have to end up doing that. So we'll see later on in the video how things progress. And I'll have a time lapse on so it ain't boring for you guys. This is just a little insert video for you. We used the AQUARIUM tank before this video as a holder for my fish and my plants coming out of that tank, redoing that tank completely. So now, we did actually use this before we set it up. So it actually came in handy. Very nice. Okay, we got all the water out. There was some dirt left. Put some more water in, put a pump here draining out. So clean water's coming in here, dirt water's going that way. So that's the end of that tank. We've got all the fish and all the plants here that we picked off all the black algae from. There is no more black algae there. That's black gravel on the bottom. And where's that? That is not black algae. That is part of the rhizome. So we was meticulous. We got our crypts up here. See the crypts here? We got all kinds of different things in there, and they are clean, ready to go back in. Now, mind you, it's nighttime now. Mind you, though, what we're going to do is clear out the rest of this dirt, maybe another 15 minutes of this where clean water's coming in here and dirty water's going out there, and then I'll suction out the rest of the water out of there and maybe clean it out with a shop vac or something. But when we fill this back up, we're going to go ahead and put the gravel back in, not the gravel we took out because that's full of blackbeard algae. We've got more black gravel that's been sitting outside. We're going to put in there. Is that a fish? Oh, no, it was a light. See that right there? I thought that was a gourami or something under the water. But anyways, and we're not putting the plants or the fish back in yet. Oh, no, we are putting the plants back in once we get the gravel in. And then I'm going to run 3% hydrogen peroxide solution through it for about a day. The plants won't die, and it'll kill off anything that had to do with algae. So the blackbeard algae should be eradicated at that point. Then we can do our water change and put the fish back in. And then our next tank build will be this one here. It's a nice tank, and you know, build up, and we'll do a video on that. But we used it as a temporary for this tank. So this is what we're doing. And before the night's over with, I've got to stay up all night and watch Tracy, so that's why I left this go. I'm going to have this clean, filled up with water. We'll put the gravel back in and turn the FX5 back on so that it should be nice and clear by morning. And back up and running and almost ready to go back to, you know, service, full service. This tank's been running up here for like 2 years. We haven't hardly done nothing but done a water change every 6 months. Because if you are a fish keeper, you should know to test your water. And if you don't need to water change it, you don't. But if you go for more than like a year, I would change it just to get new minerals in there and stuff like that. But if you've got enough plants in there, you really don't have to do water changes but once a year. Once every 6 months or something. And that's the way this tank has been. It's never covered in algae except for that dang blackbeard algae. It came, you saw it, it was everywhere. And I got tired of it. So now we eradicated it. Been a lot of work, but had to do it. All right, guys, it's the next morning, and look at this. I know the water was empty and it was out of there and it was down to about 1 inch. Problem was, I didn't feel like going all the way into the back, getting the shop vac, and then shop vacuuming out all the dirt off the bottom and the last bit of water. And I couldn't get it out no further. So what I did was I was going to put like 3 inches of water in, let it set all night, and then it would go to the bottom, and I could siphon out the bottom in the morning. Well, I kind of fell asleep for 15, 20 minutes there and woke back up and was, I was filling the tank, and I come running out here, and it's this full. So now what I'm going to do is vacuum out all this gunk off the ground. You can see it's really thick over here. This is where the fresh water was coming in, and this is where the water was going out. So all the dirt's deposited over here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the siphon hose and vacuum up the whole bottom of this, and we'll be ready for filling it up at that point. So, sheesh, it seems like you start a little job and you're like, I'm just going to, pick out some of the plants and take off some of the leaves with the blackbeard algae on it. Next thing you know, you're doing a whole tank revamp, and your fish are in another tank with an aerator and a filter, and you're like, 3 days later, it's still going on. Things get out of hand real quick. So that's what happened here. I'm no different than the rest. Well, let me get to siphoning. Okay. We vacuumed out the bottom. There's some glass cleaning we got to do from having the waters at different levels. But we're putting clear water in now. And I don't know. We're going to go from here. We're going to put the gravel in, start cleaning things up. It's on its way back, filling up again. And we shall see. We got a big mess everywhere. We got gravel all over the ground here, buckets and stuff. We got all this to go back in once it, is ready. So we've got a long day ahead of us, but we will get her done. Okay, now we got the gravel in, and the water got dirty a little bit, of course. And because we rinsed it with water after the bleaching of the gravel, we're going to go ahead and drain all this water out anyway. But I figured if there was any dirt left, it would come into this water. So we're going to drain this water down, and then we'll fill it back up, and we're good to go. We had the community service girls here, and they rinsed that like 6 times after the bleaching. So we're good to go. Let me see what else. After we fill it up one more time, we're ready to go with... Oh, there's baby Alora. Hi, Alora. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Is she shy in front of the camera? So once we fill it up one more time, we'll start with the plants. Okay, so it is now empty, and we are filling it back up. So all the gravel has been cleaned, bleached, and everything in there has been done good. It's been chlorinated water, like 4 water changes since yesterday, just by cleaning out the tank and doing different things. And I've never dechlored it, so it should have cleaned off any of the algae left on the glass. And now what we're doing is filling it with fresh water. And I've got 2 options here. I either peroxide the water in there and plant the plants, or I peroxide the plants in here with the fish, and then move the plants back into the fresh water. So I got to figure that out. I've got until this fills to figure that out. But as soon as this fills, we're ready to plant plants, basically. We're good to go. And there's all kinds of plants we got to put back in. And we picked out so much different stuff out of all this. There's plants galore. Big piles of plants and tubers, and because we pulled off all of the blackbeard algae off of these plants and pulled any leaves that had it grown on it off of them. So the plant may have been big and now it's smaller. That's fine, they'll regrow, but there's still some blackbeard algae on it on a microscopic level. So that's why we want to run it through the hydrogen peroxide. A solution of 3%, they say, but I'm going to do 5%. That's why I didn't want the fish in with it. That's why I was going to put the plants over here, do 5% of the water, and let that set for a couple hours, circulating, and then drain that, then fill it up with fresh water, do your water conditioner and stuff, and then add the fish. So I don't know which way I'm going to do, but I've got until that fills up to figure it out. Okay, so I put in all them ferns across the back. And now Jerry's trying his hand at putting in some of the more specialized plants where he wants them. He's got all these in here and going to let them grow. That's actually the red crypts, and this so is this. It'll grow back. We got the intake on the... Oh, there's a floating plant over here. More of that fern.
Yeah, I know.
We got a bunch in there. There's the thing. We've got more to do, but just keeping you updated as we're doing this. Okay, we're down to the last little bit of plants. Jerry's getting them out. He's going to tie them together with a rubber band, start planting them, maybe a couple different clumps out of that. But, as you can see, now it may not look as good, but it'll take a couple weeks for them to start growing and, you know, getting back to the way they were. But there's no blackbeard algae in there.
Rich.
Yes, sir.
You want that in one clump, or you want me to split that and make 2 clumps?
I'd make 2 clumps because we got so much room. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can either put all these community fish back or give these away and use this for whatever we want up here. Specialty tank. Because, you know, we brought the community fish up here. The problem was, you know, we'll just give them away to kids and people that want them, blah, blah, blah. There were so many plants, we couldn't catch the fish. So now we have all the fish out. They're everywhere in there. There are a bunch of them. A bunch of different community fish. And it's not necessarily we need them.
I'm going to put my pearl gouramis back in there.
So we can, if somebody wants them, you know, we can turn this into like an all-angel tank. Or, you know, bring them 3 puffers up here. Or make it a, I don't know, a piranha tank. We don't have a piranha tank. I don't know. There's plenty of things we could do. Okay, guys. It looks a little dirty, but there is no more plants left in here, just the fish. There's all kinds of different fish in there. And Jerry's got these little bit of, what are these called left?
Cryptocorn willisi.
Okay. And he's going to put them front and center here. We've got all these in.
I got that little cluster started already.
Nice. So he's going to put them in and spread them out in the front here.
Over here.
There you go. And then we can get this tank filled up and turn the system on, the filter. Okay, there's the fish that's left. But here is the tank. Much different from the beginning. Look at that. The plants are back. The bubble wall is just starting. It'll spread out as time goes on. No blackbeard algae in there. Look how nice. The plants, now they're picked clean and you know, each plant was way bigger and we picked off a bunch of leaves. So they're going to go through shock for like a week and then they'll start growing again as soon as their roots take over. So it's a matter of time. And a bunch of different plants. So we'll see how this thing looks in like, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month. And should be a whole lot better. Filtration's back on now. We never changed the filtration. We left the bacteria in the filtration because we were cleaning out the rocks. So all the bacteria in the rocks are gone. The plants, we just cleared off, like I said. The piece of wood, Skylar took that to the sink and scrubbed it and got all that off there. That was like 3-inch arms of blackbeard algae. It was crazy. So, and then even after I was done, I thought we were all done. I found on the magnet right there, underneath of it, a bunch of blackbeard algae. We had to clean that. So this is the end result. Tank's back together. It's up and running. It's got hydrogen peroxide in there, 5% solution I'm doing overnight. Now that gives us till tomorrow to decide whether I'm just going to throw these community fish back in here. All these different types of community fish, or change it to something else. We've got until tomorrow morning to decide that. And then we'll be cleaning this tank back up like brand new. So thanks for watching all the work we do around here, and appreciate you guys watching. You know, I'd like to say stay fishy, my friends, but there's a couple of things I got to talk about here. Let me switch. All right, now problem is we got, you know, people saying, oh, it's going to be YouTube pay-per-view to watch the live stream. No, it's absolutely not. People are jumping the gun and being ignorant. And there's like 12 people that unsubscribed already because we mentioned, you know, we're putting up a poll. We're going to have the live stream free every Friday like normal. But to rewatch it, should we put it on the members part of our channel or the live stream channel that we started making before, and everybody would have to go and sub to that. What do you guys want? And we've caught nothing but heck from this. People already unsubscribed. People are you know, yelling at me and bitching at me and cussing me out. And other guys like, you know, don't get him mad. He's going to start ranting again. I don't rant like that. I answer your guys' questions. If you guys didn't, you know, cause this problem, I wouldn't have to say anything about it. So here's what we're doing. The live stream will stay live every Friday. But after the live stream, it ends. It comes off of our channel because it was acting as a hour-long or 2-hour-long video that only got 6,000 or 7,000 views. So YouTube saw it as a terrible performing video. So we'll still do it live on Fridays, but if you want to watch it after that, it's either going to go to the members content for $1 a month to be a member, or you go over to OFR Livestream YouTube channel and watch it there. Now, that's the vote that we put out to you guys. So, you know, I don't know why some of these people are on here acting like, you know, absolutely we won't pay for no more, blah, blah, blah. You know, did you forget you're trying to help out a charity? If not, that's okay. You don't have to watch. But see, unsubscribing, we put out a bunch of videos for the whole month. We put out 4 live streams, one every Friday. And because you think we're going to charge you $1 to rewatch it, you want to quit the whole channel? You know what? All I believe is you 12 that unsubscribed, I feel we're better off without you. Bye. We are going to continue doing what's best for the channel and growing the channel. And we just can't have the replay on as a terrible performing video. You know, we get 25,000 views for, you know, a 15-minute video. But then we get 7,000 views for an hour-and-a-half long live stream. So the sooner we can take it down, the better it is for the analytics on our channel. We've been going over this. We've been working on this, and we figured that out. So that's what's best for us. Now, for you guys to watch it over, it's easier to switch it from, you know, public to members. It's easier for us. That's why the $1 thing came in, because the cheapest membership we can make is $1. The other thing is I would have to download the video onto my phone or on my computer and then re-upload it to OFR live stream channel, which is a little bit more of a pain in the butt. That's why we left it up to you guys to decide. It's okay. Our followers will follow with us and do everything. And we put it as we thought we were being nice, asking you guys to vote on it. So you 12 people that unsubscribed already, see ya. You know, we can do just fine without you. But other than that, you guys stay fishy, and I will be back. What's today? Today's Monday. So Josh has got a video coming out Wednesday, and we'll be back Friday for the live stream and another video. So stay fishy, my friends.